So sometimes they use things called glove boxes, and they still use them today.
So first of all, we have a world-class staff.
These are just models of what a glove box would be. It would be much bigger.
We have an education specialist, school teacher by trade. She taught at a local university, and she's leading and heading up our curriculum for our education program.
But not being able to actually touch them with your hands sometimes.
And on top of that is we have the retirees. These are the men and women that have done the work for over 30 plus years. We're very, very grateful that they're here to volunteer and share that knowledge and their stories with the community.
So the Savannah River Site Museum was established to preserve and interpret the technical and scientific achievements, the social impact, and the ecological accomplishments of the Savannah River Site, giving the general public a peek behind the fence, if you will.
Okay, follow me over this way.
We're where history and science collide.
So this is a safety meeting and just a little slice of all these construction workers that were listed.
It's a very unique opportunity to tell both a science story, but also a historic one as well.
It just kind of gives you an idea of what a huge undertaking it was.
It's part of the SRS Cold War History Preservation Program. So it's really where we take the artifacts from our 315M curation facility and bring educational exhibits and bring them out from beside the gate and educate the community. We have some great exhibits. The new one that's kind of my favorite right now is the Fallout Shelter. And that really has folks step back in the 50s. And what would it mean to be in the basement of your house to have a fallout shelter? One of the questions we do ask folks is, what would you bring to a fallout shelter? And the answers will surprise you. It's really a neat way to step back in time and experience the Cold War.
So we're constantly adding new technology and hands-on exhibits in the museum. We offer oral histories on some touchscreens. We have Roddy Uranium, who is our museum mascot, and he explains to visitors how the process worked from taking a fuel slug all the way through to a finished product.
Gauge reactor fuel slug.
And he's been a big hit with the kids. And it kind of walks them through a very scientific process on a very basic
or
level.
SRP, that's what we call it here. Is where I spent my formative
I think
years.
it's quite an honor to be in a place where you can help preserve the history. How do we make it flow for generations to come? As we have more new hires and more people moving into the area, we are actually telling the story of how we won the Cold War. We're telling the story of all the hard work, and more importantly, it's for the years to come.
Well, the future is very bright here at the SRS Museum. We are constantly growing and constantly evolving, as a museum should. We invite everyone to come down and be a part of our growth.
So the museum is open to the public 10 to 4 every Wednesday through Saturday. And if you haven't been to the museum, it is a must-see. Bring your children, bring the family. It tells the story of what the Savannah River plant was in the 50s. Whether you live in Allendale, Atlanta, Barnwell, Aiken, North Augusta, it's a must-see, and you will be entertained.
The big change. We were put in a really big underground basin to cool down. It felt great.